Hello, my wonderful subscribers for the new TV. A vision for me, Samsung movie. I call Bashon Copa. As I buy the new TV. So in case your first time I heard the new TV, I must also be subscribed to the new TV. Like, you comment, your comment section. So click on the notification button for more news updates. So this year now. Your copy man, your copy mu, Ablekuma North. In some ahodo bebre, and a free hall at Ebasisiana, and some my free hall banana, and they say MP4 candidates, a copy mu, Ablekuma North, ya can was me. No more copy mu on every for in Pabra de Sebi or Mujibi Papa. Nina and it's a NDC for so or more quite normal mayor campaign, Ablekuma North. Now a ho, your madia, a ho your massa say, ye can't Ablekuma North, you know, say MP before I say, and I say your mom pesia so. Now, I was for candidates a copy of my dear, and me betting I say is soon and on free Ablekuma, as I call on few because ne in Yasan Ketua. It's no. This year, the NDC for 2 tax. Now, yes, say omo and a year many man not omudi anymore because omudi youths name and more mukoi sa and rasem no. Now, every for coming on, I say, young good in 7 munchimu and rasia, but answer no. Let's also subscribe to the new TV. Add your likes, your comments, and please make sure you share our videos to a lot of people. Nom to be on your air coso, every year my garden, my say, yeah, on equity rasia. Medas.
And his appetite not to deal with issues by the penchant of insulting everybody. A typical example is a 2472. The Ashanti king. You can drag him to the mud. Say all kinds of things against this revered king. You sit back and you watch and you ask, hasn't this gentleman got a father and an elder to speak to? The Ochihini and other prominent people in this country insulted everyone just like that. And what brought about this? Because the matter has been determined, so we can speak on it. During the trial of the NCA $4 million matter, he made a statement that the judge at the time, the High Court judge at the time, Justice Eric Chebafo, was elevated to the Court of Appeal to do the bidding of the MPP government at the time. And the judge felt scandalized. And an attack to the justice delivery system. So he needs to be invited to come and justify the reason why or prove that Justice Chebafo is doing the bidding of the MPP government. This is a lawyer, a judge with so much integrity who has distinguished himself at the bench for him to be scandalized like that. And in fact, the bench warrant was issued to the police to make sure they effect his arrest. This gentleman has been coming to Ghana. And the full protection of the NDC government, national security, they protect him. A fugitive who is invited to court, then the sitting government and the security operative will protect the gentleman. I thought the president, during his swearing-in when he held the sword, said he wanted to defend the constitution, protect it. So if a fugitive is invited by the court, would rather be protected by the state. I feel so bad. And when President Mahama at the time, when he was campaigning, when he described the Supreme Court as unanimous FC, when he met you remember he met the NDC lawyers.
Right.
He was addressing them. He was dissatisfied about the decisions of the Supreme Court. He described as unanimous FC. At a point, he even spoke that there's a need to cap appointment of judges to the Supreme Court. So the latter part of her office, there were 2 judges that were supposed to have joined the Supreme Court. They were vetted by Parliament.
Right.
But the minority then blocked that. Immediately, President Mahama was sworn in. He has appointed 7. Out of the 7, 3 of them sat on this matter.
Right.
I'm talking about consistency. If you said because of the appointment of more judges to the bench at the Supreme Court was not right, and you spoke against it, where is the consistency here? So you came and you brought 7 people. So how do you describe those judges? These are competent. When you listen to their vetting at Parliament, you could see that they are deep in the law. It is not about politics, but because of commentary that you have passed. How will people see these judges who are sitting on the Supreme Court bench? It's not right. It's not right at all. And for the state to defend this, to protect this boy, you are giving him the license with this judgment. Because when I was reading, he said that because he was not giving hearing, or the art and pattern rule, he was not given the opportunity to come and defend himself. But the man is sitting in America. And he throws the bomb on social media. It is a duty of the police when he assumes office as government. Instead of you protecting him, you ask him to go and defend himself. But the Supreme Court have spoken. What they have done is to give him license to insult everybody, including me and Kwesi and you. If he's doing the broadcast, speaking on issues, that, everybody will be happy and applaud him. It is important he takes insult out of the work that he does and deal on issues so that all of us will applaud him. But to focus on insults against the real business that he does, I don't think he's doing himself good. He's a young man. This is a free advice to him. He should take a lesson, because without the national security operative, can he come to Ghana? He cannot, because he has a family here. He loves to come to visit his family here in Ghana. But anytime you want to come, you have to come under protection. He was even wearing those masks. Do you have coronavirus here? Do we have coronavirus? Now you want to disguise yourself and wear nose masks. The very flight that you flew from the US to Ghana, where you were sitting, there was a Ghanaian sitting next to you. You are known. Now I want to cover your face with nose masks so you not be identified. But here you are. You should move away from the insult and deal with issues. You should learn from the journalists we have. We should learn from them, so that we all support him and commend him whatever he does is work. But to go and insulting people as Antihini or Tufo, Duncan Williams, this prominent man of God, respected man of God, Taflache. If his son is ill, do you use that to insult him? Moro, maybe it was an Kevin Taylor can use this man of God. There are men of God in the Bible whose children have challenges. So if this man of God, the Fletcher, has a sick son, do you use that to insult him? We don't do that. It is not fair. So for me, this is what I want to tell him, that look, you should move away from the insult and focus and do a better thing for this country. Now back to your concern about the...
Well, before you go back to those concerns, I think that you have raised issues which are worthy of examination. See, first of all, the claim has been made that the national security is protecting him. I cannot verify that claim. But it's a claim which has been made by you and 1 or 2 others. What I like to say is that if anybody feels very strongly that the law has been violated, there are processes for seeking redress. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So there are processes for seeking redress if you feel that the state has offended the law. I don't see any offense to the law, but if you think strongly that the state has offended the law, there are processes. The second issue that I like to raise is this old maxim that those who seek equity ought to come with clean hands. And I don't see many clean hands in this business. I don't want to go into details, you understand? But I don't see many clean hands in this exercise. Now, the other point is that